Hello, everyone. Welcome to Love and Motivation. And today, here on the channel, we will talk about my children said I didn't belong at their party because of my social anxiety. But what happened next changed everything. Interested? Stay with me in this video and let's reflect on this topic together. But before we start the video, I need to warn you that this is a fictional story. However, the elements and events involving the characters are situations that could happen to anyone, and anyone can identify with the facts presented. Have you ever felt unwanted by the people you love the most? Have you ever been made to feel like a burden, simply because of a struggle you never chose to have? Today's story follows a father named Daniel, a loving father, a hardworking man, and someone who had silently battled social anxiety for most of his life. What happened to him would break his heart, but it would also teach his family a lesson they would never forget. Chapter 1. The Invisible Struggle. Daniel was 52 years old. Most people described him as quiet, reserved, introverted, but what they didn't know was that Daniel wasn't simply shy. For years, he had struggled with social anxiety. Crowded places made him nervous. Large gatherings exhausted him. Meeting new people felt overwhelming. His heart would race. His hands would sweat. His mind would fill with worries. What if I say something wrong? What if people judge me? What if I embarrass myself? Despite these challenges, Daniel always did his best, especially for his children, Emily and Jason. They were his world. Chapter 2. The Invitation. One evening, Daniel overheard his children talking in the kitchen. Emily was planning a large birthday party. Friends from college, co-workers, neighbors, dozens of guests. Daniel smiled. He was happy for her. But as he walked toward the room, he suddenly heard something that stopped him in his tracks. Jason asked, "Are you inviting Dad?" A moment of silence followed. Then Emily sighed. "I don't think so." Daniel frowned. His stomach tightened. Jason looked surprised. "Why not?" Emily hesitated. Then she said, "Because he doesn't fit in with my friends." The words hit Daniel like a punch, but what hurt even more came next. He just stands there awkwardly. People feel uncomfortable around him. "I don't want the party to be weird." Daniel quietly turned away before they could see him. Chapter 3. A Broken Heart. That night, Daniel sat alone in his living room. For years, he had fought his anxiety. For years, he had pushed himself beyond his comfort zone for his children. He attended school events, graduations, sports games, family gatherings, not because it was easy, but because he loved them. And now, the people he loved most believed he didn't belong. The truth is that social anxiety often creates misunderstandings. People may mistake anxiety for arrogance, awkwardness for disinterest, silence for coldness, but underneath those behaviors is often someone who desperately wants connection. Chapter 4. The Party. The day of the party arrived. The house filled with laughter, music, conversations, excitement. Daniel stayed home alone. He told himself it didn't matter, but deep down, it hurt. Meanwhile, at the party, Emily was enjoying herself. Everything seemed perfect, until she noticed someone standing alone near the refreshments table. A young woman, quiet, nervous, avoiding eye contact, barely speaking. Several guests whispered about her. Some laughed, others ignored her completely. Emily watched as the woman slowly became more uncomfortable. Then she left early, almost in tears. For some reason, Emily couldn't stop thinking about her. Chapter 5. The Realization. A few days later, Emily met the young woman again through a mutual friend. Her name was Sophie. During their conversation, Sophie revealed something personal. "I have social anxiety." Emily's heart sank as Sophie described her experiences. The fear, the racing thoughts, the loneliness, the feeling of not belonging. Emily suddenly thought about her father. For the first time, she realized something painful. Everything Sophie described was exactly what her father had been living with for years, yet instead of understanding him, she had excluded him. Chapter 6. Seeing the Truth. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Memories flooded her mind. Her father cheering at her school events despite looking uncomfortable. Her father attending family gatherings even when he wanted to leave. Her father always showing up, even when it was difficult. She finally understood. Her father wasn't weak. He wasn't strange. He wasn't embarrassing. He was courageous. Every social situation that seemed normal to others required tremendous strength from him. And yet he kept trying, because he loved his family. Chapter 7, The Apology. The next morning, Emily drove to Daniel's house. She knocked on the door. When he opened it, she immediately began crying. "Dad, I'm sorry." Daniel looked confused. "I was wrong. I didn't understand. I thought you were choosing to stay distant. But now I know how hard you've been fighting." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. Years of silent pain finally surfaced. Emily hugged him tightly. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Words weren't necessary. Chapter 8, A Second Chance. A few weeks later, Emily organized another gathering. This time, things were different. When guests arrived, Daniel was there, not because he suddenly stopped having social anxiety, but because he felt accepted, supported, valued. Emily introduced him proudly, and something amazing happened. People genuinely enjoyed talking to him. His kindness, his wisdom, his sense of humor, all the qualities hidden behind his anxiety began to shine. The problem had never been Daniel. The problem was that people didn't understand what he was going through. Social anxiety is much more than shyness. It can affect relationships, confidence, careers, and daily life. People with social anxiety often want connection deeply, but fear can make social situations feel overwhelming. What they need most isn't judgment, it's understanding, patience, and compassion. Sometimes the people who seem distant are actually fighting invisible battles. Sometimes the quietest person in the room is showing the greatest courage, and sometimes the people we misunderstand are the people who need our compassion the most. Before judging someone for being quiet, awkward, or withdrawn, remember, you may not know the battle they're fighting. Kindness costs nothing, but it can change someone's life. If the story touched your heart, subscribe to Love and Motivation for more inspiring stories about social anxiety, depression, mental health, personal growth, family relationships, emotional healing. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and leave a comment below. Have you ever felt misunderstood because of something people couldn't see? Thank you for watching, and remember, the strongest battles are often the ones nobody else can see.